Good evening, champions and achievers, and a very, very warm welcome to this brand new and super important session. But first of all, we are really sorry for the delay. There was some network issue, but it's all sorted, and we are good to start now.
Hello everyone, a very good evening. So today's session is going to be very interesting, and I'm sure that it's going to help a lot of students. It's going to motivate a lot of students. Isn't it, Kriti? Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, and I think we all know what today's session is about. It's results. Should we fear? Well, I would say that why do we scare from results? We humans, generally we fear failures. But why do we fear failures? What is the reason? And how to overcome those failures? So all this we are going to be talking in detail today. We are going to be sharing a lot of useful tips with you on how to overcome your failures. What do you think, Kriti ma'am?
Absolutely. See, the thing is, we keep giving a lot of exams. So this is one topic that really needs to be addressed, and I think it's high time, we talk about this, because we keep talking about the importance of marks. We keep saying that it's so important to score good. Okay, how many of you know Akshay Kumar? Let's see. A quick yes or no in the comment section.
I'm sure that everybody would know him. Who doesn't know Akshay Kumar?
Yeah, so we all know he's a superstar. I can see a lot of them are writing yes. Now, before he became a star, he was a student, he was a child who failed an exam in the school. And he was so scared to show his report card. But my question to you is, did he stop there? No. Did he learn something out of it? Yes. Should you learn something out of it? The answer should be yes over here. Can you learn? Well, we hope yes. So please understand that exams will keep coming, they'll keep going. It's not something that's limited to a day.
Exactly.
It's a journey.
Absolutely. See, the success doesn't happen in one day. There is a long journey. Even if you see any successful person, obviously they would have gone through a lot of failures as well, right?
And we understand, the result today. I mean, this is like the biggest suspense, the last exam date and the
Kriti,
result
I think
date.
not just with the students, it's with everyone, whether it's your exam result or any kind of result it is. We human tend to fear results, right?
Yes, our heartbeats, it's just beating so fast and we become restless. I become very restless. Like, I want to see it right now. This is what happens with me, ki abhi dikhao result, abhi ke abhi. And at the same time, I don't even want to see the result. So it's kind of a mixed feeling ki dekhna bhi aur nahi bhi dekhna happening at the same time. So yes, we kind of become conscious ki friends ko batana hai, relatives ko batana hai, sabko batana hai.
You have that, you're fighting off with nervousness, you have anxiety. We know that. We, not only students, we also face such things whenever we have any kind of result, whatever it is, right? It could be about anything.
So I think let's start this by, in a way, saying that fear is actually nothing but face everything and rise. Let's start on this note.
That's really awesome. Fear everything and rise. Yes. See,
face everything and rise. So fear is going to be face everything. We're going to face whatever comes our way and we're going to rise.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is like the true definition of fear. We're going to face it. We're going to make most of it. We're going to rise. We are like the shining stars. You are like the shining stars. And we want to see all of you happy and shining and rising always.
Yes.
But
before we start, an important update. I know that this is something that we have talked about earlier as well. And the students who are regularly coming for the classes, they would know it. But yes, there is an important update here. It's regarding the BYJU'S classes 2 Teacher Advantage. Now we are getting 3 sessions for $399. So the best thing is, still you can choose the class timings as per your convenience, and you can choose a subject, for whatever subjects you want to take the class for. But before you subscribe to the package, let me tell you what all we are getting here. Since, yes, of course, dual teacher advantage is there, one teacher teaching you, another one solving your doubts. So, of course, doubt clarification sessions are there, one-on-one guidance from the personal mentor. Evaluation, we always consider that as the first and foremost thing. So, repeatedly mock test would be taken to basically test you that what your actual, how you are improving, how you are actually working. Another thing, it's basically one-on-one guidance from a personal mentor. So all this you are getting for just for rupees 399, 3 sessions. So please do check that out if you haven't yet. Link is there in the description. All right, so I think let's not waste any more time here. Let's get started.
One of the comments that I just read was that I'm like a toota hua tara. So I think a Tudva Tara is also beautiful in its own way.
Yeah.
So even if you're saying that, try to find the good in this as well.
Absolutely agree, Kriti. So, do your marks actually matter? Should I fear?
Let's ask them first.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yes or no?
Yes. Do you think they actually matter? Yes, quickly. We want answers.
No, a lot of them are saying no, not me. We are saying no, but we kind of fear. Like,
yes.
we have this fear.
Let's be honest. What do you think? Do they actually matter? And do you actually fear from the results?
Apna time yaad aa
Yeah,
raha hai.
they are saying, yes, I remember my time. And I think I have made a video on that as well. I remember before the result, I was very nervous. I was actually I couldn't sleep properly. I couldn't eat anything. Yes, lot many are saying yes.
They are saying yes, otherwise mom will beat. So no, that is not going to be the case. I think this is kind of our innate nature that this happens.
This happens, right. So I would say one thing that we have grown up in a mad race for numbers and results. Isn't it, Kriti?
Absolutely.
But I have a question. What do you think? Do birds really judge the survival capabilities of their child just by using some number system? I'm not really sure of it, but yes, their kids do survive, right? And they actually fly from one horizon to another. But we humans, on the other hand, we think that these little numbers will decide the survival capabilities of our children. Yes. And I feel that, in fact, even the researchers have no proof for it, that the exams are the best way to judge the knowledge of a child. Yes? Do you think that exams can actually judge how much you have actually grasped? Thank you, Amirul. I think this is one comment, Kriti, that we always get whenever we come together. Yeah.
Yes.
Muskan always says that now that you're regularly coming for the classes, we remember the student names as well as their comments also, which they generally say.
So Madhura is saying, who is this video for? This video is for everyone out there, starting from grade 6 to grade 10, irrespective of your grade. This is a session wherein we want you to understand that it's okay whatever marks you get. Sometimes we fail, sometimes we are very happy with the result. How to overcome that kind of anxiety that we have?
I seriously like the discipline these students have. Himani is saying, I miss the UTL of coordinate geometry, and she's feeling bad about it.
Yeah.
It's okay, Himani. I know that obviously you wanted to join the quiz. Obviously, when you join the live quiz, that's a different excitement. That's altogether different energy. But still, you can go and check the questions. Recorded sessions are there.
It's like your question back question, so definitely check kar lo.
Yes. Aman is saying, ma'am, students are judged by their marks. But Elon Musk, the richest man of the world, he failed many times, but his knowledge mattered. That's what we are telling you. Yes, because success is not going to happen in one day, right? You have to keep trying it. No matter, even if you fall 10 times, but you should be able to get up 11 times. Yes? Yes, she has seen it. That's great. We fear because our parents give a white chappal to.
See, this is kind of a said that, we keep thinking this way, that marks are the most important thing. We also want all of you to score good marks. We definitely want all of you to score good marks. But due to whatever reason, if that is not happening, how exactly you should take that failure? And failure does not mean that you failed the test. Failure might also mean that you got less than what you expected. How to deal with that? This is also, in a way, a life skill that you need to learn.
Correct. See, if you ask me, do your marks actually matter? I would say not exactly yes to it, but yes, up to a certain extent it does. See, if I talk about 6th graders, 7th graders, 8th graders, 9th graders, for them, I would say that even if you don't score, I'm not saying, even if you pass, that will work. Even if you score 80%, 85%, 90%, 100%, doesn't matter at this point of time. But yes, after 10th, when you have to choose your stream, at that point of time, it does matter. Obviously, yes. Right? Because some of you might want to be a doctor, some of you might want to be a CA, or whatever you want to be in life. You must have some goal in your mind, right? So based on that, you would require that minimum amount of marks to get the stream at least. So yes, at that point of time, it matters. So let's suppose if you do not score a certain amount of percentage in that grade, later on, even after 10th, if you go for obviously, everyone would want to go to a good college, a good university. You will not be able to get admission in that case. So at that point of time, yes, it matters. But still, if you ask me, I would say that when we are saying that marks matters, we are not saying that you start running after it, right? See, it's not about mugging up the books. The most important thing over here is, yes, marks are important. Try inculcating this, because from now on, now that you're in grade 6, from now on, if you start inculcating these habits in yourself, later in your higher grades, you will not face difficulties. right? Otherwise, obviously, it's going to be difficult for them, studying for long hours, and then they're putting in a lot of effort.
Even if you're in grade 10, this is just the beginning.
Yes.
So I think these are the initial grades wherein you're learning a lot of things.
Yes.
A lot of them are writing, ma'am, chappal padegi, broom, bartan, you name it, and they've written jhadu.
See, we can relate to you because we have also experienced this, right? When we were also in grade. Kriti, remember that time when we were in school? We also used to fear results here.
Absolutely.
Right?
But that's how we've learned. That's what we want to convey to all of you. I'll ask you a lot of questions right now. I'll just, I want to ask them something. Right before the result, do you think what is going to happen if I don't score well? What is going to happen if, my parents are disappointed with my result or they were expecting more? What if I get low marks and I cannot choose the stream of my choice or, the course that I want to get, maybe the college and maybe eventually the job? Do you get these kind of thoughts?
But still, Kriti, I feel that there'll still be a lot of opportunities even after this, in which the students are welcomed on the basis of their talent, not just the marks, right?
Yes, a lot of them are saying you feel
nice
that
one,
way.
because we feel that glass is half empty, not half full. So it's all about the perspective as well.
Yes, I can see a lot of you writing. Yes, I think it's high time to get rid of the dilemma of what if. A lot of what if keeps happening right before the result is out. So we want you to get out of this dilemma because see, a 3-hour exam definitely cannot decide how much you understand, what are you capable of. In fact, we've been to school, like we've also have had a good number of years of education and we've realized one thing. If you'll actually go back, Khushbu, you will also realize that in a classroom, as a child, we felt that, there were so many kids, some are very intelligent, some are not. The ones who are not doing so great in school, at this point of time, they're doing exceedingly well in diverse works of life. So yes, this is something that you really...
And I can, completely relate with you, Kriti. And because the ones who are actually topping the class, they are just mediocre at this point of time.
So change can definitely take place
Yes.
at any point of time. I mean, some of my friends have got into, they are into arts, and some of them are into fashion world, some of them are writers.
One more thing I would like to add on here. See, no field is bad. Whether it is fashion, it is arts, you go, like whatever. You can consider your hobby as well as your career as well.
In fact, one of them is a stand-up comedian also now.
Wow.
So this is great. And there is so much to explore. There is so much to do. Your marks are definitely not going to decide that. This is something that we've realized based on our classmates.
Correct. Because I would like to ask you a question. Do your dreams, your goals, your adventures, your friends, do they require a mark sheet? No, right? And I'm sure the 10th graders who are watching this right now, I know that what they must be going through, because 10th result is going to be out very soon. It can come at any point of time. I know that you might be struggling with nervousness, anxiety. I remember my time. I could not sleep well. I could not eat anything. I was so nervous at that point of time.
Yes.
So the only reason is because we fear failures. Like ma'am said, failure doesn't mean that I'm going to fail. Failure could be, let's suppose, I expected 100%, I expected 90%, but I might end up getting 75%, 80%. That could be the failure for me. Yes.
So all of you, starting from grade 6 to grade 10, whosoever is here right now with us, tell us, do you want to improve that feeling, that negative feeling? Do you want to transform it into something positive? Yes or no? Show us some energy in the chat box.
Math, science, SST, Bengali are like kabhi khushi, kabhi gum.
I think all subjects are like that. If you study, so bahut sari khushi. If you don't, then gum, gum, gum.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Siddesh, absolutely. They are very useful. Yes, ma'am, bas aap bata do.
So there is a very famous saying that don't judge a book by its cover. Then why are you people judging yourself based on a 3-hour exam? May it be any grade. So it's irrespective of your grade, guys. You might be in 6th, you might be in 10th, you might be in any grade in between. Doesn't matter. Mistakes are bound to happen. Failures are bound to happen. What we need is the mistakes that the lessons that we are learning out of the mistakes. How we move forward. That is what is important.
Absolutely. Completely agree, Kriti. All right. Yes. Any questions? That's good, Shreyasi. You can consider your hobby as your career as well. That's what we said. No feel. Nothing is bad these days. Don't worry, Madhura. We'll come up with that soon. What matters is curiosity to learn. That's good. That's nice. See, I always say this thing. Don't run after marks. Because your knowledge, run to gain knowledge. Because your knowledge is going to stay with you forever. There will always be...
3 idiots dekhiye. You know the funda.
Right. Because there will always be something to learn. There will always be someone better than you. Right? Not us, ma'am, but our parents and society will judge us. I know that, see, you are not wrong here. I know that the society that we are a part of, they actually judge us. It happens. But let me tell you one thing. First of all, the people who are judging you, if they are your very closed ones, they are your teachers, they are parents, I'm sure that if they are judging you, it's not something negative. They want you to do better. Yes, you have to take it in a right way. Ma'am, what about mummy's chappal? How to overcome that fear?
By working hard. You need to work hard and you need to run fast. These are the 2 ways.
मम्मी की चप्पल का तो भाई कुछ नहीं कर सकते हम. All right. So I think let's share some tips with them.
Absolutely. So let's move on and see what's the first tip. Khushbu ma'am, how can we help them?
So first tip is that you need to remind yourself that one bad grade won't break your academic career. See, your academic career is, obviously, it's really long. There are going to be a lot of tests. It's only just, academic career is not just about your 12 years of school, right? After that, you will be going to college for your graduation, for your masters, or maybe if you are studying for more higher studies. So it's a long journey, right? So there are going to be a lot of tests, not just the exams. There are going to be interviews. There are going to be presentations. Many things are going to be there. So when we talk about academic career, so first of all, don't fear test, right? What are, ma'am, sometimes which are learned, but we forget in the exam. So what we do? That's what. When you learn something, you forget it, that means you are mugging it up. You are cramming it, right? You're not understanding it. If you understand things, trust me, you'll be able to relate to the things. You'll be able to write it on your own. Parents bhi compare karte hain. Yes, it happens with everyone. I think we have also faced all these things, and now whatever we are sharing with you, we are sharing all these things from our own experiences.
Vedika keh rahi hai, just go on a trip.
Go on a trip and relax.
Relax.
That's good. Nice one, Vedika. So I would say that in your academic career, you meet a lot of people, right? Like your teachers, you should have good relations with your teachers, you should have a good impact on your friends also. So if you are facing any difficulties, please share with them. See, I tell you one thing. Don't fear failures. The reason is, I feel that failing, it's not always bad. I
think it's very much needed for success.
Yes, because when you fail, it actually teaches you how you can not, take things for granted.
It teaches you what not to do. So
right.
you learn.
Yeah, because when you have everything in life, I mean the resources, like you have money, you have house, you have education, I mean you have everything, you feel that you start taking things for granted. Yes, and you feel that things would come to you automatically. You don't really work for it. So that's what I feel, that at least failures at some point of time, they're actually good.
I mean, look at a small baby. The small baby tries to walk, falls, tries. This is like a,
So never ever give up.
Simultaneous process happening. But ultimately learns how to walk, right?
Yes.
Now that we've grown up, we kind of take failures as mind barriers. They're nothing more than mind barriers.
See, failures, what you should have is, you should have a growth mindset. Even if you fail, you should be like, it's okay. I'm going to try it again, and next time I'm not going to repeat the same mistake. You should have that mindset, and trust me, this is actually the way people succeed. They become successful in life.
So we do realize that, it's easy said than done. We know, it's easy to say that, okay, get motivated when you fail. We understand that because we have also been demotivated. When
we do
some
get
mistakes...
demotivated a lot many times now as well. But we have learned these things, that never ever give up. I mean, I personally, I think Kriti ma'am also feels the same.
Absolutely.
That never give up on things, right? You have to keep trying. Obviously, life is not a bed of roses. Yeah. See, one important thing I would say, that failures, they actually, they foster your critical and analytical thinking skills. They actually help you to innovate more. Yes, and then you try more on some new things, and you try out some more innovative things, right? You try out to make some, another way to make things work. ICSE result has come. My parents are pressurizing me to study. Whenever I look and see them, I feel their presence, even if they are not in my room. I'm so stressed.
So I'll just address this comment. I think half of the thing that we have is in our own mind. So if they're not there, that pressure is not something that they are building up. That's kind of, we in a way build it up thinking that they might be thinking this way. So half of the battle would be won if you have a very calm down and positive mindset. So see, you cannot control how much your parents are pressurizing or not pressurizing you, but what you can do is you can control your own mind. So control your mind, you need to stay calm, keep sipping water in between while you study, and whenever some negative thought, it pops in your mind, think of something good that something you're good at, basically. So have that feeling of gratitude that will keep you going.
And second thing, try distracting your mind. See, I know that obviously there might be some parents who are pressurizing. Obviously, peer pressure is there. I mean, not for all the students, but yes, for some of them it might be there. But at that point of time, the best thing is, I don't think first of all the parents would be pressurizing you for no reason, right? Even if they are pressurizing you, they are saying these things just because so that you can do better. And second thing, even if you're doing like Kriti ma'am said, keep sipping water, take ample breaks in between. No need to study at a stretch for long hours, because obviously you will lose focus, you will lose concentration after a certain span of time.
They think it's not bed of roses, bed of nails. Then you nail the subject, na? Work so hard that you're able to nail the subject.
Till now we are stuck on only one step remaining.
Okay. We'll move on. We'll move on to the next one. Okay. Let your panic pass quickly. See, when we get a bad grade or when we get marks lesser than what we expected, that's the time when we start panicking. Does it happen with you? It doesn't really have to be failure. It could be anything below the expectation, below our own set expectation. Come on, let us know in the comment section. Does it happen with you? Because at that point of time, we quickly start thinking that we've lost our charm, we've lost our smarts, our mojo. The good thing about us.
To understand that this is not the end, even if you score less marks. It's okay. It's okay, because as I said, in this academic career, when you talk about it, it's a long journey. There are going to be a lot of tests. I think the journey has not even started properly for you.
Yes, you feel that way, right? You kind of panic. And we also do that. We've also done that. We still do that. And the only good thing is that I think it's decreasing with time. We manage it better now. But yes, we've been there. We understand that. You need to understand this thing, that it's going to happen with everyone. You are not perfect in everything. You need to give yourself some time. If there is a failure, figure out the underlying idea behind it. Why exactly did you fail? Was it a subject that you did not understand, or was it, you were so scared of the subject that you didn't prepare for it only at the first place? So what exactly is happening behind the scene? You need to first figure that out, and it's okay. We all we have our journeys this way. We slip up from time to time.
Make mistakes. It is okay if you're making mistakes, but we need to adapt it. We need to admit it that we have done this mistakes and try learning from it. Try to not repeat them again.
I think most of them are also developing some kind of phobia. When we are scared, once we get bad marks now, this happened with me once. So I got bad marks in one of the subjects. Phobia ho gaya ma'am us subject ka. Like you just get so scared that you don't even want to pick up the subject and study. And that's how you repeatedly kind of not get good marks in the subject, and then that thing comes in your mind that the subject is not meant for me. This happens.
See, we do not need to have a fixed mindset. Don't feel this way ki, okay, I have this, like Kriti ma'am said, I haven't scored good marks in this subject, I can't do it. It's not my cup of tea. We need to have a growth mindset. We have to keep trying. So do not give up so easily. Yes, practice makes a man perfect. You're absolutely right. This is something that we always say.
Failure phobia. Nice one, Stacey.
All right.
And in fact, it's given the same preparation also. I feel that if two students are there with the same level of preparation, the one with the calmer mind would definitely do better.
Absolutely.
Than the one who's panicking more with the same preparation. So don't let those extra marks go away.
Yes, under pressure, we tend to make more mistakes.
Happens.
Yeah.
Yes. So Don't let panic overpower, okay? The next important
Thing is identify your weakness. I think this is something I've told you earlier as well. Many times I emphasize on this thing. It is okay when you're making mistakes. But what we need to do here is we need to learn from it. We need to identify our strength, our weakness. So once you identify your weakness, start working on it. Only then you will be able to rectify it, right? So that we do not repeat the same thing in the future.
Harsimran is asking, ma'am, kaun sa subject tha? So it was social science. I got really scared of social science. I'm really bad at remembering dates. So this kind of became a thing for me कि याद होगा ही नहीं, dates याद ही नहीं होंगे.
See, we have also done the same mistakes. We also used to fear results when we were of your age. So we are sharing things from our own experience. Pressure नहीं लेना है. आप जितना calmly चीजों को handle करोगे, things will get more better then.
So, Harsimran, what I started doing was I started putting those sticky notes and I started writing the dates on that with the event, the major events. And I just used to have, just single glance every day. And I don't know how organically by the end of 10 days, I kind of knew all the dates. So I kind of realized where I was making a mistake and worked on that. And this is exactly what you have to do.
And trust me, I tell you one thing, these failures, they actually help you to examine like what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And even more than success. Because obviously when you succeed in something, you will not even...
Then you will just go and party.
Yeah,
you will not analyze.
You will not analyze anything. But when you actually fail in something, then only you're going to sit down and you're going to think, right? So that's why I'm saying that failures, they actually foster your critical and analytical thinkings. They help you to innovate, to redirect, right? So that you can try out something new.
Krishnandu is saying, ma'am, I also used to forget dates. So you know the way now. Sticky notes.
Yes.
Write all the important dates.
Weakness is sleepiness. Oh. I think this is the weakness for many students.
Yes.
See, I would say 6 to 8 hours sleep in a day is good enough. More than that is not needed. Rather than sleeping, try distracting your mind. Try doing something that you enjoy doing. Like let's suppose I love to go out. So if I'm feeling sleepy, I would rather prefer to go out for a walk. I would rather listen to music. I would rather watch movie rather sleeping every time, yeah? Yes, failures do help us in succeeding in life. You see the success story of any famous personality. It has started from failures only. But go market, buy Maggie and do party.
But the thing is, they did not give up. They were there, they faced it, and they made sure that they are getting better at whatever they are best at. So they kept on polishing themselves.
So the idea here is that we don't have to give up. It's okay if we fail. Fail doesn't mean we fail. It's okay if we are making mistakes. It is fine.
Ma'am, some people demotivate us. Yes, that'll happen throughout. That is
Trust
not something
me,
that's going to end.
In your life, you would come across a lot of people who would demotivate you, who would judge you, right?
Yes, Sachin Tendulkar, absolutely right. Yes. Smith, correct. So he's also seen his share of failures and look how successful he is.
Innovative 26 saying, the best motivation is remember what mommy will do when you fail.
All the jhadus and chappals and bartans would come back.
Ma'am, in your childhood, there was not school diary. Now we have, that's why we remember dates. School diary. We used to maintain a school diary, but ma'am is talking about the history dates.
Yeah, the dates, history dates. Which event happened when.
Yeah.
But I still kind of tend to forget birth dates. That's still happening. But I'm working on that because now, it's so easy to just save it and there's a reminder. Correct. So we kind of don't try to remember now. We have our ways out.
Correct. All right. So let's move ahead to the next point.
This is like my favorite point. Seeking help in order to improve. As teachers, let us, both of us would agree with this and we are telling you this. Once you get the result, if you'll go to the teacher to ask, where exactly you made a mistake, to understand where exactly you made a mistake, and, if you'll go to the teacher and you will say, ma'am, I'm not very impressed with my performance. I know I did not do well due to whatever reason. Kindly let me know what needs to be written to fetch full marks or what important, I've missed or what is there that I've written that was irrelevant. The teacher would just faint with happiness that, the child is actually coming back and analyzing the mistake. So we kind of take it for granted. We never do that. See, if you're getting very good marks, you will be highly motivated and very happy. And if you're not getting good marks, you will feel directionless. You will feel disappointed. In both the cases, we're not going back to the teacher. We're not going back Of course, in your case, it would be the school teacher. You're not going back and asking where exactly did you lose marks. If you'll do that, a lot of good things are going to come out of this. How many of you actually go and analyze your mistakes? Let's see, let's ask them. You do that?
Yes, correct. Innovative 26, absolutely. My class friends demotivate me. They are jealous of me from my study. What to do? That means you're really good at studies. Why are you demotivated then?
They're saying, no way, we don't go back to the teacher. No way. Bacha, how will you learn otherwise? Kaise pata chalega? See, the teacher can definitely give you ideas, help you with the ideas you're struggling with. So for that, you really need to go and talk. I don't,
Sometimes
but I will do.
I sometimes I feel that yes, if I remember our school days, sometimes we do hesitate going to our teachers. But in that case, if you're not able to, obviously, maybe it is possible that all the subject teachers, every teacher is not that approachable. That can be a possibility. But yes, you might have your school, your tuition teachers, your parents, right? You can go to them and ask them, where have I gone wrong? So that you can work on that thing at least.
Otherwise, what will happen is slowly you'll develop phobia. We
Right.
don't want that to happen. So just address it in the very first place so that it doesn't become a journey for you that, okay, this is the subject I don't like. Because we come up with this statement, I don't like the subject.
Yes.
I'm scared of the subject. How are you scared? You must have taken a first step at some point of the time, right?
So whenever such kind of things happen, please do ask questions. Do not hesitate, because right now if you do not ask question, you will be a fool for the rest of your life. Ma'am, you don't.
Shreyas is saying, ma'am, you don't know our teachers, they will kill us.
I'll
No, bacha,
seek
no
help from
teacher
my
would
mom.
do that. Don't worry. Every teacher is there to help you out. At the end, what we want is that you score very well.
Somebody is saying my teacher is like a big man. Everybody is scared of him. Now, what are the best marks of academic session included in board? Just watch an episode of Tom and Jerry. Nice way to distract your mind. She gives BYJU'S bottle in our back. You must have done something wrong. Otherwise, why she would do that?
Hey, Krishnendu, you're so lucky.
Yes, your mom is an SST teacher. Wow.
Yes. It
Scared
takes
of,
me
please
back
say
to my
something I
school
can
days.
tell her. Scared of maths. This is something I hear a lot many times. See, maths is a very interesting subject. If you are scared of it, the only reason could be you're not able to understand things, right? That's what I always say. Don't mug up things. Don't cram up things. Try understanding it. Math is a subject that builds on your previous knowledge and your current knowledge. If you do not have a strong foundation on a previous topic, you will find yourself struggling through the new one definitely. Yes, so start from the scratch. Take help from anyone, whomsoever is good at math around you. Maybe it can be your school teacher, your tuition teacher, your elder siblings, your parents, or you come to our classes and if you're regularly coming for the classes, in fact, I think students would also agree to this. Students who have been regularly attending the classes, you would see a gradual improvement in yourself. Tell me, do you agree with this?
No, Naitik, nobody's ignoring you.
See, sometimes it gets difficult for us to read the comment of each one of you. The chat moves so fast.
And see, even if you feel that you're unable, as ma'am said, if you're unable to go to the school teacher, if you're unable to go to anyone, you have your phone with you, just Google. These
Yes,
days it's so easy.
It's so easy.
But what is missing at this point of time is the intent to figure out the answer. It's not the way. There are many ways to figure out the answer. What is missing is the intent. You need to develop the intent.
The will has to be there. Yes.
So we are telling you that it's okay. See, marks are very important. We definitely encourage you to get good marks, and we try that you would ace the exam. We are there for that. But if that is not happening, which might happen at some point of the time, so don't be very scared of that, because that is not the end. This is kind of what we really want to convey. This is not the end. We've seen our friends, our classmates doing really well, who did not do really well in school, but they're doing great right now. So yes, things would get figured out. Don't worry. There is definitely a way out for all of you.
Yes. So just keep this thing in mind. See, if things are not working out, it's okay. Let's suppose, like you said, you can't go to your school teachers, they're not approachable, or they're not helping you out. It's okay. Look out for some other help from your parents, from your elder siblings, from your tuition teachers. And like ma'am said, see, everything is available on Google these days. And on YouTube also. There's so many sessions that we are doing here for all the grades, in fact. So let's suppose if you're facing any difficulty in any particular topic and that is related to the previous grade as well, you can go and watch the video and get all your doubts clarified. Moreover, the best thing is you are getting live sessions over here.
Yes, Arvind, so good to have you. So Arvind is in grade 11 now.
Okay. So he used to come earlier for the classes, last year batch.
Great, good to have you, Arvind.
Many times I have seen that the students from the previous year batch, they would come and they would motivate the other students, and sometimes they would help them with the questions also in the quizzes.
Yes. So they're like the experts now.
Yeah. All right, all right. So I think a lot of gyan we have given them today, and I hope that it was actually helpful for you. The students who were demotivated, I hope that now you're feeling much better. Now we have learned that how we can overcome our failures. It's okay even if we get bad results, even it's okay even if we get results what we did not expect actually.
Usha is saying, should we solve grade 10? Nee, I just missed the comment. Something to do with IIT.
That's a good combination, Krishnendu. That means math and
Want to
SST.
solve
Wow.
Want to solve class 10 for IIT. Okay, I just saw the word IIT there. By the way, to get into IIT, it doesn't matter if you've not got good marks in your school life. Just saying, okay? So don't worry. Even there are so many people who are so successful in life, getting into the best of colleges, and yes, with a weird kind of a report card beforehand.
Yeah, so whatever, if we are failing in something, so as I said that failing, I know it doesn't feel great, but don't get demotivated with it, right? You need to work on your gaps, right? When you identify your weakness, start working on it, right? Any doubts, any questions if you have, please go to your teachers, ask them for help, go to your parents, your elder siblings, and work on that thing. Do not give up so easily. We need to have a growth mindset, and this is how people become successful. What do you think, Kriti ma'am?
Absolutely. See, when we say you have to prepare for what's coming in future, you first have to address what's happening right now in the present. So understand that you're weak at something, accept it, it's okay, we all are. In some way or the other, we all are. Now, even, when we stand here and when we record, if the recording is not happening in the first go, what we do? We re-record. We just don't go back home. Arey, ye nahi hoga. What we do? We stand here. We again try. We again re-record. So see, this is something that's not going to end. This is something that's going to be there with you for the longest of times to come. So yes, start preparing for the future. As ma'am said, first understand the gaps. Because I remember, even, by the way, ये सोचेंगे कितनी सारी mistakes करती थी मैम. So even my speed was really slow while writing the paper, and maths का एक 5 marker last में, because 5 markers used to come towards it. I couldn't attempt it and I knew the answer. That was, I think, the day I definitely remember where I knew the 5 marker and I lost it just because I could not have the time to complete the paper. So what I did, I started sitting and appearing for the mock papers, and that kind of helped me build my speed. So this is something.
So that's what ma'am identified her weakness. So she didn't take it in a negative way. She took it in a positive way. Okay, I'll start working on it and I'll improvise it. I'll get better. My speed will get better. I'll learn how to manage the time in the paper, right? So we have to work on our weaknesses. See, things will not just, there is not a magic wand, right? You need to work on something. If you want yours, it's just that you just want to be a better version of yourself. So you have to work on it, right? You have to at least sit for some time, sit with your parents, sit with your teachers, like whomsoever is close to you, you feel that. Take help from them. Whenever you feel demotivated, whenever you feel that something is not working out for me and how to make it better, I'm sure that they will be able to help you out.
I think half the time we kind of exaggerate the problem in our mind. We kind of overestimate the exam.
Right.
It might be tough, but our fear is actually making it tougher.
Yeah.
So
more than that, it's basically our fear, we would say.
So let's face everything and rise.
Yeah. All right. So I think we have shared a lot of tips with you today. So that's it from our end.
Absolutely. So I hope you've realized this one thing, that you might not get really good marks at some point or the other. You may lose in school right now, but you can definitely win. You can still win in life later on. So yes, we've got you covered, and I'll put a big smiley over here. And we will be back with sessions which are going to definitely help you score better in some way or the other. So we've got you covered, and yes,
the link for this is given in the description. Please do go check that out. And
before we close, I want all of you to first quickly like this video, and I have one homework question for them. So in the chat box, what we want all of you to do is, any one favorite positive word of yours, or one liner, any favorite positive quote that you remind yourself whenever you're upset, you think of that quote. Post it in the comment section, because right after this live session, whosoever comes and reads those comments, I want all of them to get inspired, isn't it? So let's do one thing. We both want all of you to write something positive in the comment section right after this live session. Will you do that? If yes, give us a quick thumbs up in the chat box. Let's start thinking positive from this very moment only. Yes? Because we really can't reduce our mistakes to zero or failures to zero. We can't do that, but we can keep polishing ourselves.
It's a part of our life, right? A lot of them are giving thumbs up. Yes, they are going to do it. Great, great, great.
We'll wait for your comments, okay? So I hope you've liked this video. Please share it with your friends. This will be helpful for them as well. And subscribe, hit the bell icon. You know the drill. Fatafat se sab kuch kar do. Good, all of you. Yes, very nice, Pushpa. Yes, Suvalakshmi. Absolutely. All right, I think it's like, we can close it on this positive note that we will be eagerly waiting for your positive one-liners. Let's see what inspires you. So we'll be coming back and reading your comments for sure. Don't forget to leave your comments, okay?
All right. Thank you so much. We will see you soon. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.